This is the most successful scam show of all time. A hit in 45 countries around the world. The real hustlers have stolen cars.
It's perfectly safe there.
Burgled houses. Picked. Switched. And ditched. They've carried out close to 500 scams and stolen over £1 million. And now they're back for an 11th series. Alex, Jess and Paul. With new recruits, Polly and Jazz. Their job? To expose the tricks of the criminal's trade so that you don't get scammed. On tonight's show, guest hustler Radio 1 DJ Nihal throws some shapes.
Don't walk past there!
Polly proves that scamming drinks is as easy as...
1, 2, 3. Enjoy the reward.
And Jess makes a new friend.
I'm actually furious, do you know that? I'm actually furious.
The marks in this show have no idea they're being hustled. They agreed the footage could be shown so that you can avoid falling for the same scams. The hustlers have invited celebrity friends to see if they can cut it as con artists. But they'll have no clue what the scam is about, and there are no dress rehearsals. So this is sink or swim. Today's guest hustler is TV presenter and Radio 1 DJ, Nihal.
I'm in Glasgow. Unless it's something particularly Scottish themed involving tossing cabers, playing bagpipes, I have no idea what is going to happen to me. Hello?
Hello. Can you walk across the bridge and then down the footpath and I'll meet you at the point?
All right, cool. This program is amazing. I look at it and I've just seen, you know, some of the guys who've done it before. I just thought, could I do that? Could I get in that situation and act it out? Could I look them in the eye and lie to them? I don't know. And now today I'm going to get a chance to find out whether I can. So I'm really excited, yeah.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing. Today, we're going to be pulling off an audacious scam.
Okay, we like that word.
The question is, how do you sell something that doesn't actually belong to you without stealing it in the first place?
No idea.
No idea. Should we get going?
Yeah.
I'll tell you more about it.
Yeah.
Nihal's going to have to achieve a double-double. 2 scams with 2 marks in 2 rooms. The hustlers have hired some rooms in a luxury country hotel. The guys lead Nihal as Jess waits outside reception to meet a man about some art.
Hello.
This guy's come here to buy a highly collectible sculpture, and that makes him the mark. Jess is going to be doing an awful lot of leading people around today, and timing will be crucial. Right now, she's taking the mark to Paul. He's playing the role of art dealer Rob Marks. He's selling a piece that's worth a lot of money.
Just like to take a seat. Rob Marks, this is Peter.
Oh, Peter, how are you? Have a seat.
Thank you.
You find the place okay?
Yes.
While Paul entertains the mark, Jess goes back to meet some guards from a security firm in charge of transporting the precious item from a local gallery to the hotel. They've been told it's being used for a magazine photo shoot, and for insurance purposes, they mustn't let it out of their sight. Jess walks the officer through the grand hall.
I think that's the piece arriving. Looks like security, but Susie's...
And right past Paul and the watching Mark, and into a corridor leading to the room where Nihal, Alex and Jazz have set the stage for the first part of the scam, the photo shoot. Nihal's first role is to play the long-suffering assistant to Alex, a temperamental photographer prone to hissy fits. Jazz is also getting an earful as the apprentice.
I mean, you should know whether we do need backlighting or not. Is that the high? Oh, great, it's here.
Because it's being photographed for a magazine, the piece has been loaned by the owner, so it's free for the day. And there it is, 3 beautifully cast birds in flight. Made from solid bronze, it weighs a ton and is worth a 5-figure sum.
All right, good. Okay, now I just wanted everybody to get off my set in front of my lights.
Being the artist that he is, photographer Alex insists on everything being just right before he starts shooting.
So can I ask you to take that outside? If you
The prima donna photographer sends one of the guards out of the room.
If you'd just like to take a seat there. Thank you. There's some papers or something you can have a look at.
The other guard is left alone to keep his eye on the sculpture, making him the second mark.
If it goes, don't worry, I'll get it.
He's asked to sit out of the way of the photo shoot. In fact, for this scam to work, it's vital that he doesn't move from that chair.
That's so good.
I'm just going to change this light. Do you want...
Don't walk past there. Everybody stop crossing the light. We're pressed for time.
All right.
Just don't cross.
Sorry.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right, okay.
Photographer Alex is starting to boss his underlings around. Nihal and Jazz definitely aren't getting an easy ride from their boss.
No, back.
Okay, sorry.
It's like working with a bunch of amateurs, honestly. It's not funny. Oh, that's kind of working for me there. Jay, what do you think? Yeah, it is. The silhouette is what we're going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice silhouette of him.
Let me just shoot a couple of test ones.
Sorry.
The mark's forced to witness the outrageous workplace harassment, and though he can't see the sculpture, its silhouette is plainly visible to him on the screen at all times.
I don't need that, Jay. You know I don't need that.
Just
This
checking.
is not your first shoot, okay?
No, I was just checking.
So just try and keep up.
Looks like it's going to be a long wait. Back in the main hall, the other mark is getting anxious to get on with his deal and buy some valuable art.
I'm just into the girl, carrying that much cash on me. I feel very nervous about it.
That's kind of why we do this here rather than the middle of town, you know.
Well, the sooner I get the money off, mate, I'll feel much better.
The sooner I have your money in my hands, I'll be a lot happier too.
Go along with that.
Okay.
Here's Jess to help the mark part with his money a bit quicker.
So, Rob, just let you know, they're going to be about another 10 minutes. Do you two want to come through to the whiskey room? It's a bit more comfortable there.
I think that sounds perfect.
Is that
So
okay?
why don't you bring your whiskey through?
Yes? Do you want me to take that for you?
Jess makes sure to give him the first-class treatment as she takes him to a meeting room that happens to be right next door to the photo shoot.
Lovely. Right.
Jess leaves Paul to talk business with the mark. She heads straight over to let Alex know everyone is in position.
Jay, be quiet. Just for 1 second, let me do my job, all right? I'm gonna get in my own light. Yeah?
It's all right, mate, I'll get it.
I was wondering if you wanted any water or anything to eat or drinks.
No, we're okay, actually, thank you.
That's the signal to Alex, Jazz and Nihal. It's time for the next part of the scam. The hustlers plan to sell this very sculpture to the mark in the next room. But what about that guard?
Just take that off for a second. I want to clean the plinth.
This is where Nihal comes in. He removes the sculpture from the plinth.
Just pick it up from there. Just bring it over here.
Sensing the sculpture's on the move, the guard is on his feet and starts moving around. This is a bad thing. It's vital the mark stays in his chair by the door, because when he's seated, he can't see the other door, which is the one Nihal plans to slip through.
You're all right to take a seat, mate.
Jazz tries to convince him to sit down, but he's having none of it. Clearly, it can't be in two places at once, so to keep the mark fooled, Alex quickly replaces the bronze with a worthless cardboard replica. Nihal lifts the statue and makes for the door, as Alex and Jazz keep obscuring the mark's view.
I don't know where the
They're
black's
just
from.
here, okay? You're trailing everything. Just come back when you've got the black stuff.
Done.
So can I ask you to have a seat? Sorry, I know but you're just reflecting lights off there.
If it goes, Don't worry, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Alex keeps the mark busy. As long as he stays where he is, they'll be okay. But if he looks behind that screen, the game will be up. Nihal now only has moments to change for the next part of the scam. The photographic assistant is becoming a security guard to take the sculpture through to the adjoining room and one admiring Mark.
Come in. Keep it over there.
Yes, of course, Mr. Marks. I'm not as strong as I look.
That really is stunning. I've seen pictures. This is isn't it amazing? And the photographs don't do it any justice at all.
I mean, it's totally amazing.
The scene's now set for the sale. Coming up, one security guard gets restless and one happy customer becomes very much not happy. When hustlers go out, they don't take money. They take prop bets. The proposition bet has only one rule, and that's that the hustler always wins.
I've got a challenge for you. Here is 3 shot glasses and 10 coins. They're just normal coins. So I want you to put an odd number of coins in each glass, but you have to use all 10 coins. If you can do it, I'll buy you a drink. If you can't, you've got to buy me a drink.
So to win a drink, Holly's friends need to divide all the coins so there's an odd number in each shot glass. It just doesn't add up.
Okay. Shall I start with you, yeah? Yeah. So an odd number in each glass. 1, 2, 3.
Put 3 in that one as well.
3 in that one.
They have to be inside the glass, yeah?
They have to be inside the glass, yeah.
3. So 3.
Think of other odd numbers.
Yeah, the odd numbers aren't the hassle. Right. Like that?
You have to have a coin in every glass.
I don't know.
No?
So,
Someone else want to have a little go? No idea?
No idea.
Any idea? Okay, right, so if I can do it, you buy me a drink, right?
Definitely.
Yeah? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 in there, 3 in there, and 3 in there. So I put 4 in there, and then add that, 7 in there. Odd numbers.
It's easy when you know how. To start, Polly puts 3 coins in each glass and is left with 1 spare. She adds it to one of the glasses and then puts it into one of the others to make 7 coins. So there's 3 in this one, 3 in this one, and 7 in this one. All odd numbers, Polly wins.
The bar's that way, and mine's gin and tonic.
It's a late summer's evening, and judging by Jess's travel bag, she's off on holiday. But before she leaves, she's keen to make a little spending money in the Ringer. Jess homes in on her first mark.
Excuse me, can you just help me, please? I've just found this ring just down there. I'm just waiting for a cab. I think it might be, well, I'm pretty sure it's that one in the window, and I don't really know what to do. It's a jeweller's. I mean, it's inside there, so, I mean, it's an engagement ring, obviously. I don't know what to do. I'm really late. I've got to go get a slave.
So, Jess has found a ring outside a jeweller's. A poster in the window is offering a £500 reward to whoever finds it. But she's on her way to the airport, so can't come back to claim the cash. Maybe one of these guys could help her out.
I'd love that cash, but I'm not here. I've got to go.
Sounds genuine. How could this possibly be a scam? After all, there's the poster inside the closed shop, and it seems like Jess has found the ring in the picture. It must be for real.
Why did I have to go today? Hey, damn it!
I could drop it off tomorrow night. I'll be in Glasgow tomorrow.
Yeah?
I could pick it up here.
It'll be open then, won't it?
So he's agreed to help her get the ring back, but it's a shame she's going to miss out on all that lovely reward money. Unless...
If If you've got something on you that you can give to me now, then at least I've got something out of it. Then you can get the £500 tomorrow.
I don't even get any cash on me.
Oh, really?
But it sounds like he's broke.
See if you give me a number or something.
I'm sure you're a lovely guy, and I totally trust you. I don't really want to be giving my number out.
She doesn't want to chat on the phone. She just wants his money.
If I take it
No,
back.
of course.
Even if it's like a tenner or something.
Tenner? Sure.
Surely he'll hand over 10 quid, knowing he'll get the £500 reward.
Oh, what, a cash machine?
Success. He's off to get some cash.
Back in 2 minutes.
Hurry up, boys. I've really got to go. I'm so late. Oh, thank you.
And there's the cash.
I think the opening times are on the door.
It's only a tenner, mind you, which hardly seems fair, as the Mark can get the 500 quid reward for the ring tomorrow.
Thank you, Hearn. Thank you. Bye.
At least it'll pay for a cab to the airport. The Mark walks off, thinking he's just struck gold. A few minutes later, here comes a familiar-looking lady, stepping out of a familiar-looking cab, at the exact same spot, and she's only gone and found another ring.
Excuse me. Hiya, sorry, can you help me, please? I've just found this ring.
And once again, she singles out a Mark. Once again, Jess draws attention to the poster.
In here, and I've got to go. I'm shooting off, like, in 2 minutes. Can you help me?
All right, and we can hunt them tomorrow.
He seems keen to help, but what's in it for Jess?
Have you got anything on you now that maybe you could give to me, then at least I get something out of it?
Would you want to tell me what you want?
Well, I mean, I don't know, 100 quid or something? I'm cheating.
Now that's more like it.
Thank you, Hun. Enjoy the rest of your night. I've really got to
okay,
go.
no bother,
Enjoy
no
yourself.
bother.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Jess leaves with the Mark's £100. What's really convincing about this scam is that poster inside the jeweller's window. So how did the hustlers get it in there? Earlier, Jazz spotted a jewellery store with a nice big window and went inside posing as a young designer looking to stick up a poster to advertise his charity exhibition.
Jewellery design exhibition. Is that all right? Oh, cheers, mate.
With the manager's permission, Jazz stuck posters up inside and outside the shop window. Later, when the shop closed, all Jess had to do was quickly remove the poster on the outside, revealing a hidden reward notice printed on the back of the poster on the inside. And a constant supply of cheap fake rings means she can hit Mark after Mark
Just found this ring.
after Mark.
This one here. Hi, can you just take me around the block?
I'm actually raging because my judgment of people is usually a lot better. I'm actually raging. I'm actually furious. Nobody gets one over on me. Nobody. I don't allow it to happen. I'm too protective of myself, and it's clearly fake.
This seems like a win-win situation to most Marks. The young lady makes some money, they make some money, the rightful owner gets their ring back. What's not to like?
Variations on the ring scam exist all over Europe, and they all depend on the victim believing that a worthless ring is actually the real deal. If you're not an expert, be careful who you listen to, and remember that a promise of reward might not be worth the paper that it's written on.
Earlier today, Radio 1 DJ Nihal helped the hustlers pull the wool over 2 different Marks in the same scam. They've borrowed a piece of art, and somehow they plan to make money from it.
What a piece.
The catch? It's not theirs to sell, and neither Mark knows that yet. It's only a matter of time before the security guard notices that the valuable sculpture he's looking after isn't where he thinks it is, in 2 Rooms, Part 2. Alex is still shooting a silhouette fake of the expensive sculpture, whilst Paul's busy talking about the real one right next door. Meanwhile, Jess is going to bring someone new into the mix. And finally, Nihal's still looking mean playing the security guard.
Bob, your valuaber's here.
Oh. Hi, how are you? Rob?
As with all major art deals, it's important to have an independent valuer authenticate the piece to assure the mark that he's buying a genuine work of art.
It's just arrived, actually. We're still kind of taking it in.
Just like that sculpture, this guy's 100% genuine, and he gets straight to work.
Yes.
Before parting with any cash, the mark needs to be completely convinced he's getting value for money. So what's this lump of bronze really worth?
You'd be struggling to pick up anything like this retail for less than £10,000.
The sculpture is worth £10,000. The valuer has given his assessment, and Jess leads him away before anyone asks any awkward questions.
I've ordered you a cab. It's going to be here in about 1 minute if you're still.
Next door, that cardboard cutout won't fool the guard forever. So Alex and Jazz decide it's time to make an exit.
You know, how long
Does he experience that?
does it take to go to the van?
The frustrated photographer goes off to track down his useless apprentice.
Do you want me to change any of these over?
No, leave it as it is. Stay there.
Take care. Bye-bye.
The buyer is now totally convinced the bronze is the genuine article. So all that's left is to close the deal.
So, I hate to do this, but there is the matter of money to discuss. You said to me you brought cash?
Half cash and half check.
Yes, he mentioned that. I was kind of hoping it was all cash, but that's okay.
Yes, definitely.
Ah.
Ka-ching!
Very good. I think that our security firm can drive it for you.
I'll take your word for it, it'll be secure anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so far they haven't lost anything yet. Have you lost anything yet?
Not to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah.
I never realised they had an eye for something.
The hotel manager wants a word with Mr. Marks.
Sorry to disturb. You mentioned putting something in our safe and it's on a time lock.
He does look an awful lot like that photographer from next door, only in different clothing.
You've got a window of 5 minutes.
All right. Would you be so good as to make sure that goes into my box?
Paul hands the £5,000 cash to Nihal.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry to disturb.
Alex will show him to the safe.
Sorry, could you sign these documents so I can get them faxed off as soon as
And
possible?
here's another interruption. Jess has some urgent business that requires Paul's attention.
I'll be right back. I'll see you in a couple of minutes, okay?
I'll bring you another whiskey.
Yeah.
In fact, this is the getaway. And that just leaves Jazz to get the hell out of there. Right under the mark's nose.
Anytime you're ready.
Unaware that he's just been hustled, the mark is left to take in the full grandeur of the newly acquired bronze sculpture. And next door, the guard is still at his post. But he fills his colleague in at the first opportunity. He can't believe the 10 grand sculpture he's been guarding for the past hour is actually a worthless cardboard cutout. Following the only other exit from the room, he runs right into the other mark.
Hello. Hi. Did you see a couple of guys come through, did you?
Yeah, they were in here with me.
Right.
At least the sculpture is still in the building, but the guard can't work out what's going on. He goes to find his mate, leaving the other mark very puzzled.
Hi there.
Hey, sir.
Hi.
The security firm has been tasked with keeping the statue safe, so that's the boss's first priority.
We need to put it back on that stand. It's actually been bought. I'm afraid we're looking after this for some photographers. Let's get it photographed. Well, there was a security company there who was going to deliver it. We are the security company that delivered it. To here? Yes. And we're looking after it today. right? And you're going to deliver it to the address that I gave the other guy? No, we're looking after it for the photographers and then it goes back to the supplier. Chris, could you put that back in, please? Be careful with it, it's very valuable, apparently.
Oh, I know it's valuable. I'm just after being done out of £5,000.
Right, if you could put that back in first, and then we'll get the hotel manager, please. Be careful with it.
So how did the hustlers manage to sell something that they didn't own in the first place? Back in the den, Polly arranged to hire the piece for the day and arranged to have it delivered to the hotel. She carefully mocked up the shape of the bronze on some card and made a cutout that could be used to fool the security guard into thinking it was still on the plinth. When in fact, the whole time, it was in the room next door, being sold to another unsuspecting mark. The valuer simply added authenticity to the deal.
You'd be struggling to pick up anything like this retail for less than £10,000.
And after that, it was easy.
Actually, I could cry at the moment, to be quite honest with you. I just feel so angry inside. It's just been a day for me, from start to finish. When the security guards came in to take away the piece, to be honest with you, I didn't know what to think. In fact, I wanted to put my head through a wall. I'm just so bloody angry.
For you to live your life not wishing to be hustled, you would always have to think the worst of people. But, if someone was trying to sell me, 3 birds, sculpture made of bronze, I would make damn sure that there was no other room. I would do it out in the open. If I saw a security guard, I'd go, who do you work for? If there was a fella with glasses, a really pretty woman and someone who looks kind of Greek, I'd run a mile, quite frankly. Do you know what I mean? I'm gone.
The grand surroundings give this scam an air of authenticity. Until the very last minute, both parties believe they're taking part in a legitimate piece of business. And by the time they realise they're being scammed, we're a couple of miles down the road.
This is not amateur hour. This is the kind of scam that professional criminals will set up to obtain high-value goods. If you're in that market, you should know who you're dealing with. And if you're asked for cash, that should ring an alarm bell. Make sure you understand the kind of transaction you're going into from the outset.